I think we can finally see the light at the end of the long tunnel called winter. Spring is officially here in 2 days, and Debbie Zeri from the Gardenuity is with us with a list of things you can do outside to get your garden ready this morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And I see WD-40. You don't think of this typically when you're gardening, but you do actually need to clean your tools off?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what's nice, if your tools are nice and sharp and they're cleaned and oiled, they're going to do a much better job for you in the spring. So this is the time when you're still kind of aching to get outside to do all of that. WD-40 is the best way to just oil down.
Okay, just wipe it down and just kind of oil everything. And so, after the long winter that we've had, you really do need to make sure that your soil is ready too. So we have 2 pots here. And so what should the soil look like as you're getting ready to plant your seeds?
This is such a wonderful question. And March is usually the time when all the gardening books will tell you it's time to work your soil. But every March is different.
Right.
So what we have here is an easy way to tell if your soil is ready. And this is called the clump test. So here's some soil that I got out of my garden. And what you do is you pick it up and you literally just clump it in your hands. See, we love getting our hands dirty.
Nice and mushy and muddy and watery.
Yeah. Now, if it holds its form like that, it's not ready.
Oh.
That means it's still too wet.
Okay.
So you want to wait until your soil gets like this so that when you put it in your hands, it just crumbles right out.
Okay.
So this is the time. So that means, of course, I've doctored this a little bit, so it means our soil isn't quite ready yet, but once it dries out a bit, then it'll be easy to work and it'll be time to start planting your shrubs and your cool season vegetables.
Okay, you talked about also pruning and just kind of getting all those shrubs out of the way. What's the process for that?
Yeah, so the winter's done a lot of harm.
Right.
We've gotten a lot of snow, a lot of wind, so we want to clean up the winter debris, and then this is a good time to prune your fruit trees, and maybe even look at reseeding your lawn if there's any bare spots, and then once the forsythia starts blooming, that's the time when you would look at pruning your shrubs and trees.
Okay. Are there any seeds that are better for different types of soil or anything like that? Any tips for people who are actually out buying seeds that you can give them?
Well, I think that really what you would look at is what's best for this time of year.
Okay.
So when you're looking at your cool season crops, that would be your spinach and your broccoli. Your warm season crops like your peppers and your tomatoes, you'd hold off on that until it gets a little warmer.
Well, I don't have a yard, but I'm going to get one of these pots and try to do it on my balcony. We'll see how it turns out. All right, thank you, Debbie, so much. And you can learn more from Gardenuity. Just log on to fox45now.com and click on Fox 45 in the morning.